A custodian, maybe. Yes, yes, a custodian. So the spirits gathered together and decided to create a human being. Have you ever wondered how the world began? The Dogon people of Mali have a fascinating creation story that you don't want to miss. This is Archiving Africa, your home of African folktales, history, and mythology. Thank you for joining us. Long, long ago, the world was dark and chaotic, and the only beings that existed were the spirit elements of water, air, and fire. The spirits roamed out, shaping the land and the sea, and they knew that something was missing. They yearned for a companion, a being that could appreciate and share in the beauty of the world they had created. Though the plain is beautiful and wondrous, I believe it would benefit from an addition. Addition? Yes, an addition. I think what we need is someone who can appreciate all that we see. A curious character, someone who can value the beauty that we had first created. A custodian, maybe? Yes, a custodian. So the spirits gathered together and decided to create a human being. They fashioned the first man out of clay and breathed life into him. The first man was full of intelligence, curiosity, and creativity. The spirits were overjoyed. They gave the first man the power to communicate with them. They taught him the secrets of the universe and the magic of the natural world. They showed him how to use fire to cook, how to plant crops, and how to create shelter. The first man was grateful for all the spirits had given him and lived in harmony with the earth and the spirits. He roamed the land exploring and learning new things every day. But as time passed, the first man began to feel lonely. He yearned for a companion, someone who could share in his experiences and help him build a new world. Spirits, you have each other, but I have no one. Though I love this plane and all that you have created, I feel so lonely, so isolated, and I wish I had someone to share all this beauty, all this learning, all this that you have created. Is it possible for you to create another to help me enjoy the beauty and the wonders of this plane? Yes, another must be created. Yes, we must create another. So, the spirits gathered together once again and created the first woman. The first woman and the first man fell in love, and together they explored and discovered new lands, creating new things and building the earth brick by brick. And that's the end of our story. I have taken a couple of liberties, especially with the dialogue, just to flesh out the story, but I feel it's a very interesting story, and one of the things that I like about it is the correlation between this specific story and the creation story of the Bible, which I thought was very interesting and fascinating. So a couple of things I feel like is very necessary for us to discuss about the Dogon people is that they are a tribe that is very steeped in mythology, architecture, and art, and they are presently located in Mali, in the West African region of the continent. They are believed to have originated from the Mande people who migrated in the 15th century. They have a long history of living in areas and have developed a rich and complex culture over the centuries. And one of the most fascinating things about them is their astrology, the understanding of mathematics, and the cosmos, which I think is a very wide topic to discuss that we would have to take quite a while to even dive into. So if you're interested in astrology and mathematics and science, especially the science of the universe, the Dogon people are a must with regards to African science in terms of understanding how they perceived that sector. One of the most distinctive features of the Dogon people is that they practice a form of animism in which they believe that all things, both living and non-living, have a spiritual essence. Their religious beliefs also include a complex mythology, which includes stories of creation, the cosmos, and their origins. They are also distinctively known for their architecture. They are known for their granaries, which are tall and cylindrical structures made of mud and straw. In addition, the Dogon are also known for their intricate carvings and sculptures and their wooden masks, which they use in religious festivals and ceremonies. So this episode was mostly focused on the Dogon people, and I thought one of the best introductions to such a wondrous tribe would be the creation story. And this would generally be the format of the videos I am to create using animations and art to further introduce you to the tribes of Africa. So I hope you enjoyed this episode, and I plan to create more because I am very passionate about telling African-centric stories, and I believe the first step we can take is here. So yeah, thank you for joining Archiving Africa, and I hope you have learned something new about the amazing people who live in Mali, the Dogon tribe who live in Mali, and that this kindles a spark in you in learning the various tribes in the continent, because we are very many, much as you might well not know if you don't live in the continent, that is. So yeah, join us again for another amazing story. This has been Archiving Africa. See you soon.